But if there's anything we learned from Daniel chapter 4, and this is really the center of the book of Daniel, this is what the book of Daniel is all about, is this is about the sovereignty of God. We begin this chapter and we end this chapter. And by the way, this chapter was not written by Daniel. Look at verse 1. This chapter is all in the first person. This is Nebuchadnezzar. This is his testimony. We're listening to a Gentile, a fellow Gentile this morning, who's writing by inspiration. Nebuchadnezzar begins and ends the chapter in verse 3, also in verse 34. His kingdom, God's kingdom, is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion endures from generation to generation. That's something that he may have believed on some level in chapter 2 when he had the first dream that Daniel interpreted, but it's something he believes with more conviction, I believe, in chapter 4. He heard the word, he had the dream in chapter 2. Now he's had the experience, and he knows who really is in charge. And it's not him, it's God. To the end, verse 17, that the living may know that the Most High rules the kingdom of men and gives it to whom he will and sets over it the lowliest of men. And Nebuchadnezzar was made lowly. He was made like an animal, like a beast of the field, eating grass. And then the point is very clear, and Nebuchadnezzar got the point. I'm not a self-made man. I haven't done all this for myself. You haven't done what you've done for yourself. Your family, your business, your occupation, your career, your educational pursuits, all that you've done is nothing based on your talents alone and your ability. It's what God has done in you and through you. That's what Nebuchadnezzar needed to understand. The glory of his kingdom was not about him at all. It was about God. That's what he should have seen on top of his palace overlooking. He should have been thanking God for what God had done. This chapter is about the sovereignty of God. And over in this chapter, in fact, 4 times in this chapter, Nebuchadnezzar refers to God as the Most High.